Islam is one of the world's largest and most influential religions today. But how did it all begin? Let's take a look at the rise of Islam, a journey that spans across centuries, shaping civilizations and changing the world as we know it. In the 6th century, the Arabian Peninsula was a tribal society where loyalty to one's clan or tribe was paramount. Each tribe had its own deities, and the Kaaba in Mecca housed over 300 idols representing different gods. Aside from polytheism, there were also small Jewish and Christian communities. Economically, the region thrived on trade routes passing through the Arabian desert. Mecca was not only a spiritual center, but also a bustling commercial hub, with wealth and power concentrated among tribal elites, especially the Quraysh tribe. The inequity in society was significant. Many poor and marginalized people lived in harsh conditions, a stark contrast to the wealthy elite. Born into the powerful Quraysh tribe, Muhammad's early life was marked by hardship. Orphaned by age 6, he was raised by his grandfather and later his uncle, Abu Talib. As a young man, Muhammad earned a reputation as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, because of his integrity and fairness. He worked as a caravan trader, which exposed him to different cultures and religions, including Christianity and Judaism, broadening his worldview. At the age of 25, Muhammad married Khadija, a wealthy widow and successful merchant. Their marriage was marked by mutual respect and love, and it was Khadija who would be Muhammad's first and strongest supporter after his initial revelation. In 610 CE, Muhammad received his first revelation, a transformative moment. The angel Jibril commanded him to read despite Muhammad being unlettered. This revelation marked the beginning of the Quran, which would unfold over 23 years. The core message was simple: there is only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet. His early message focused on the oneness of God, equality, and social justice. He called for the abolition of tribalism and denounced corruption and mistreatment of the poor. However, Muhammad's message was not welcomed by all. The Quraysh tribe, who controlled Mecca, saw this new monotheistic religion as a threat to their power and the traditional polytheistic beliefs of the city. As Muhammad's followers grew in number, so did the opposition from the Quraysh. His message directly challenged the polytheistic practices that were central to Mecca's economy and social fabric. The Quraysh feared losing their religious and political authority, so they resorted to mockery, boycotts, and physical persecution. Muhammad's followers, many of whom were from the poorer classes or marginalized groups, faced severe punishment, including beatings and torture. Among the most notable victims were Bilal, an enslaved African who converted to Islam, and Sumayya, who became the first martyr in Islam. The persecution became so intense that some Muslims fled to Abyssinia, modern-day Ethiopia, where the Christian king granted them asylum. Facing increasing hostility, Muhammad and his followers were invited to Yathrib, later known as Medina, where he was asked to mediate tribal conflicts. The Hijra, or migration, in 622 CE, marked not only a turning point in Muhammad's life, but also in the history of Islam. The Islamic calendar begins with this event, emphasizing its importance. In Medina, Muhammad established the first Muslim community, or Ummah, and set forth the Constitution of Medina, a groundbreaking document that established cooperation between Muslims, Jews, and pagan tribes. This was the first time Islam functioned as both a religion and a political entity, with Muhammad acting as both a spiritual guide and a statesman. The migration to Medina did not end the conflict with Mecca. Tensions boiled over into open warfare. The Battle of Badr in 624 CE was a turning point. Despite being outnumbered, the Muslim forces achieved a decisive victory, which they attributed to divine intervention. This victory boosted the morale of the Muslim community and was seen as validation of Muhammad's prophethood. The Quraysh sought revenge, leading to the Battle of Uhud in 625 CE, where the Muslims were defeated. However, the war culminated in the Battle of the Trench in 627 CE, where Medina's defensive strategy, digging trenches around the city, outwitted the Quraysh. Finally, in 630 CE, after years of tension, Muhammad returned to Mecca with an army of 10,000. The conquest was peaceful, and the Kaaba was cleansed of its idols, signifying the complete transformation of the city into the spiritual heart of Islam. The city was now the center of the Islamic world. After Muhammad's death in 632 CE, leadership passed to the rightly guided caliphs, beginning with Abu Bakr. Under the caliphs, Islam spread rapidly beyond the Arabian Peninsula. Within a century, Islamic rule stretched from Spain in the west to the borders of India in the east. The rapid expansion can be attributed to both the political and military prowess of the early caliphs and the appeal of Islam's message. In many regions, the Islamic rulers were seen as liberators from oppressive Byzantine or Persian rule. Islam's emphasis on justice, the rule of law, and its tolerance of other people of the book, Jews and Christians, made it attractive to many newly conquered populations. The expansion of the Islamic Empire brought about an unprecedented era of intellectual flourishing. During the Islamic Golden Age, which spanned roughly from the 8th to the 14th centuries, scholars in the Muslim world made significant contributions in fields like mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and philosophy. Baghdad, the capital of the Abbasid Caliphate, became a hub of knowledge, where scholars translated ancient Greek, Persian, and Indian texts. Figures like Al-Khwarizmi, the father of algebra, Ibn Sina, a pioneer in medicine, and Al-Biruni, who calculated the Earth's circumference, helped preserve and expand upon the knowledge of previous civilizations. Today, Islam's influence can be seen in all corners of the globe. Islamic culture, architecture, and law have left lasting legacies from West Africa to Southeast Asia. The spread of Islam wasn't only through conquests. Merchants and scholars played a key role in disseminating Islamic teachings, from the Swahili coast of East Africa to the Indonesian archipelago, now the largest Muslim-majority country in the world. Islam's rise from a small religious community in the Arabian desert to a global religion is a testament to its enduring message and the profound impact it has had on world history. The story of Islam is a story of faith, resilience, and transformation, shaping not only the Middle East, but also the entire world. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to Epical Histories. Feel free to leave a comment down below with your thoughts or any topics you'd like to see in future videos. I also want to apologize if there were any mispronunciations or misinformation in this video. I'm always striving to improve. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.